Okay, here we are on site on a new project. They already started obviously here, but what's going on? They have your typical shower with the liner here, and actually did have a pre-pitch. But what happened is they try to do a good job, but they use cement board, and of course how they attach cement board is they put screws through the top of the bench, through the side, so they just puncture the liner everywhere. Same thing with the curb. I'll show you some pictures here what that looks like. But anyway, they punctured the whole curb with the screws, the bench, everywhere. So everything has been, you know, failed because of that. So what I'm going to do is just rip out the base of the shower, waterproof that with a sheet membrane, and then I'll be back in business here. So that's what I'm doing on this project. Okay, I thought I'd give you guys just a quick rundown. So I finished all the demo, obviously. I got new board up. It's going to be all Fluter for this shower. Substrate is actually level and flat. So I'm going to use a Fluter tray on this one. All Curdy board. So I'm going to continue from here and prep the rest of the shower. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Donnie D here. So what I'm doing today is a shower base rebuild. If you've seen from the previous clips, got all the board up, and what I'm doing on this clip is I'm going to be taking measurements because I'm actually using the Sluter foam pan on this project. The concrete slab was actually very close to levels, but then the 16th they're an 8th, so that's, you know, within standards of putting in these foam pans. Anything more than 3/16 in any direction you want to correct it, but it's within the tolerances. So I'm going to use a foam pan and continue on with this rebuild going through. Thanks again for tuning in. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions at all, leave them down in the comment section below, and I will be sure to answer them to the best of my abilities. Thanks again, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. Okay, got my piece where I have all my measurements on. Everything is marked. I mark where the curb's going to be, that way I put it in the correct way. So now I get everything marked. Transfer my lines, ready to cut it. I actually started cutting this side. I said, you know what, I'm going to record this. So cut this. It's a very really full depth of your knife. I do have something under it. This is a finished floor here. I do not want to cut that. Here. The other side. That's the pan. Let's see if she fits. Okay, brush the fingers.
But we need you. We are going to get this done together. See you on the 2nd. Rutgers football is back. Catch Chuck Channel and the Scarlet Knights Thursday, September 2nd at 6:30 p.m. for our home opener against Temple. Be loud, be proud, and wear red. That's Thursday, September 2nd at 6:30 p.m. Go are you in Temple. ScarletKnights.com. Over 24 rides and attractions.
No downtime will leave you with less discomfort, more confidence, and a tired stomach to enjoy the activities and summer awards you've been looking forward to. Best of all, Medicare most insurance is effective, so call Base Bank of America now to see if you qualify for a free consultation to review your condition and treatment options. This summer, live your best life. Call 800-765-3366. 800-765-3366. That's 800-765-3366.
It's the New Jersey Time Cube, sponsored by SellYourCarNow.com. It is 12:49 on the dot. At SellYourCarNow.com, they'll give you cash for your car at the low rate that you want. Call and you can get yourself a little tip. Track every 15 minutes. Next report, 103. Keep joining on New Jersey on a 1.5.
New Jersey on a 1.5 instant weather. Air conditioning is your friend today and tomorrow and Friday, trudging through another Jersey heat wave.
So what I'm using here is a FHA adapter made by Sluter, and essentially what it does, it allows you to tie into a 3-piece standard plumbing drain. If you can see there, the drain has 4 bolts. This would work for your your liners and stuff like that if you're going to use that, which I recommend you don't. That's what they had in here and it failed. But instead of ripping out the whole slab there just to connect the drain, using an FHA adapter from Sluter really helps things and makes the job come out that much better, not having to tear up the whole concrete. So in order to facilitate this and get it at the right height, you got to add a piece of 1/2-inch material. I have 1/2-inch curdy board on site, so I use that. You can use cement board or any type of wall board that's suitable for that, just to build up the 1/2-inch so you have it the right height for the flange, because this flange is going to be a little bit different than the standard Sluter flange that you glue in with PVC. This is just going to push into the old drain with kind of like a gasket setup. So hopefully this helps. Okay, so now that I got the tray prepped and the 1/2-inch foam board to add the correct height prepped, I'm installing this adapter, and what you want to do is just line up on the drain there. They have a few pre-made holes, and you can punch out the ones that are going to be for the bolts. So I'm doing that, and then you have just a drain that's there right there, and you use the Curdy Fix that actually comes in the kit there, and you put a good amount on one side or the other, but I like to just do both. It's not going to hurt anything having more Curdy Fix ooze up.
Dada, what is this?
Okay, so as I was saying, you put a good amount of Curdy Fix on both sides. That's how I like to do it, and it's going to ooze out. You're going to have a good seal. Then you put the bolts in, and you don't want to go crazy cranking them down super hard. You just want to kind of snug them up, because you could warp the gasket potentially. So Sluter has a video on how they do this as well, but I've installed plenty of these. Just put them in finger tight, and then 1/4 to 1/2 a turn or so per bolt after that, just to snug them up, and you're going to have that Curdy Fix ooze up along the whole perimeter of that gasket, and that's how you know you got a nice, good seal.
For stress-free junk removal.